Hi folks, let's power our minds with some juicy delicious programming knowledge, and today we continue on data types. I know at the beginning it's a pure theory which I'm telling you, but trust me, later this knowledge will help us to apply this knowledge. Oh my god, I'm repeating myself. Anyway, so today we will tackle floats, doubles, chairs and strings. And also we will mention briefly the ASCII table, what this actually is. Okay? So let's start. So guys, if you don't mind, I would prefer to start with the chars and strings. So as you know, the data types can store some certain value, as we already know the numbers stored by shorts or bytes or ints and logs. What about the chars and strings? Well, char can include or consist of only one letter. So let's call it something 7. So once again, the same principle, you give the data type, you give the name of this, your data, which you will now fill in. And now of course this equal sign and the question, what kind of letter do you want to put in it? Well, you basically can put Z or any other letter, of course, right? So what do you have? You have some problem here. You need to use these letters for that. That's the Java syntax. That's just simply something which we need to learn and accept. We cannot argue. So basically these two small signs, I don't know the name of them, but I think you know what I mean. Also, you can use for the char number, but it won't be printed out. So the number won't be printed out. Instead of that, let me show you what will be printed out. Take a look, this one. So what does it mean? Well, basically here the chars, if you put in the char the number, you refer to the ASCII table. And the ASCII table is something which is basically, I will provide you with a link, guys, just read it. It's really simple, and it's like American standard code for information exchange. That's something where you can, with the numbers, use the letters, whatever. In practical experience, I didn't even, just simply me, I'd never used that. Because of that, I just will let you know that there is ASCII table and you can use it, and if you put the numbers, you will get some result. Let me show you what happens if something 8 is 127 and you get this sign. You see, you get some different signs here. It's kind of interesting. You should somewhere have also the letters. Let me check one of the letters which we will get. So what about 311? Yeah. Well, we now got 311, and 311 in the ASCII table is this sign. So, or I don't know how it's called. So key, like key with the something like below it. Anyway, as you see, chars is not only represented in the one letter. Well, they are represented in one letter, but you can give the input also via ASCII table, which you can take a look. I will put also in the description the link for that. So guys, let's jump to the strings. Well, basically the strings are the typical text values. So actually what we will do here is we will create a string, and again, you see I use other signs to put the text in it. So basically, again, you can just not use the text like this and declare it, because Java will actually expect normally the number or other values like true or false behind this. And since the string is accepting only the text, we need to use these values. And again, learning by heart, guys. For the capitals or letters, this sign, and for the text, where many capitals, of course, letters inside it, this sign. So let's write the text. Our nation data types tutorial is starting now. And that's it. Actually, the string is consisting of the text. The speciality of the string is that it can be concatenated, and concatenation is something which I can show you right now, part 3. So take a look. I created 2 strings, and now I want that something 9, basically I don't need to write that, something 9, this is this string, right? You see, should now include something 9 plus something 10. I know it's something new for you guys, but try to see the logic behind this. Maybe you will grasp the idea and you will see what happens now. So let's print this line of code which we just wrote and take a look what we have. You see. Well, we have the concatenation of the first part of the something 9 and something 10 text. So concatenation is like adding together two parts. As you see also, we have no space here. So that's because we have no space at the end of this text and at the start of this text. If you simply fixed it by this, by one space either or on one of the texts, we see the thing is just fixed. Okay, and now we are coming to the last two data types and we are nearly done with this, right? So basically you have double and float. Both are representing also the numbers, as we recently spoke about the bytes, shorts, ints and longs, but here we have the numbers with the comma. So that's what I forgot to mention in the previous videos. The numbers like byte, short, int and long are the numbers which are full numbers, so without comma after it. And if you want to represent or have the values with the comma, you will need to use double or float. Speciality of the float is that it can be marked with the F at the end, as you see. So the big difference behind these two data types, I need to say I never interested myself for that, but that's because it wasn't that important for me. What I can say to you that the double is more, not important, but more practical. I use that more often. Float in some cases is also useful, but we will see some examples, of course. So let's summarize, guys, what we learned today. Today we learned that we have the char, where we can type in one letter, that would be our value, which can be also represented in ASCII table way. And also we have the strings, which can be concatenated, and the strings actually representing the text, the value of the text. It can be long as you want, so there is no limit on that. And the concatenation can be worked like this, as we saw already. So it's actually adding up the two texts together. And we learned that the doubles and floats are also existing and very important, especially if you are talking about some exact values where you need also the comma behind the numbers. Alright guys, question round, and this round question is, what is the value from these three doubles and one int? So please write the comment below, and also not to forget to give your suggestion for the next videos, what kind of questions we can ask. As you see, my questions are kind of a little bit of something what we didn't learn this lesson, so that's because we need always to challenge ourselves. Anyway, if it's too hard for you, please also write in the comments and I can explain it to you. In any case, what you see here is casting. So this kind of topic will be also discussed in the next video. And that's it, guys. Please let me know what do you think about this video, this channel. If you feel connected to the Power Nation, please subscribe. Also, do not forget to check out my video descriptions, where I have always monthly challenges for my subscribers. Of course, you can win something, right? And you can also benefit from additional videos, suggestions from other channels, books, codes, exercises. And guys, thank you for your time, and you are now hopefully ready for the next round.